June 7th. Another episode of Stand Tall. First, we're going to dive into some how to win, and then we're going to go over to the art of war, see how we can tie the two together. We're on part 3, chapter 7, how to get cooperation out of how to win friends and influence people. All right, he talks about Eugene Wesson in the opening, Paul Davis of Oklahoma. Let's see. Arthur Smith, the Saturday Evening Post, and Woodrow Wilson is mentioned. But principle 7 is let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. 25 centuries ago, Lao Tse, a Chinese sage, said some things that readers of this book might use today. The reason why rivers and seas receive the homage of 100 mountain streams is that they keep below. The reason why rivers and seas receive the homage of 100 mountain streams is that they keep below them. Thus they are able to reign over all the mountain streams. So the sage, wishing to be above all men, putteth himself below them, wishing to be before them, he putteth himself behind them. Thus, though his place be above men, they do not feel his weight. Though his place be before them, they do not count it an injury. So letting the other person feel that their idea. And that's a tricky thing to do. A lot of people have pride and ego, and they don't want to let go of what they think they claimed. So let's go now to the art of war. We're in the 9 situations. Verse 15, those who were called skillful leaders of old knew how to drive a wedge between the enemy's front and rear, to prevent cooperation between his large and small divisions, to hinder the good troops from rescuing the bad, the officers from rallying their men. All right, let's go over to an alternate translation for the art of war. To which they say, Master Sun says, those who are called the good militarist of old could make opponents lose contact between front and back lines, lose reliability between large and small groups, lose mutual concern for the welfare of the different social classes among them, lose mutual accommodation between the rulers and the ruled, lose enlistments among the soldiers, lose coherence within the armies. They went into action when it was advantageous, stopped when it was not. They set up changes to confuse their opponents, striking them here and there, terrorizing and disarraying them in such a way that they had no time to plan. Okay, so they went into action when it was advantageous and stopped when it is not. And that's actually some divine inspiration I had today while driving. I did a video, I haven't posted it yet, about quitting and how Sun Tzu teaches us about strategically retreating, and that it's not a bad thing to quit a book, stop watching a movie, not finish a TV show, put down the video game, quit the job, right? If these things aren't making you better or doing a positive thing for you, there's no point to continue, right? It's a losing battle. So it's okay to strategically retreat in order to win that battle. So don't let others' idea of not being a quitter prevent you from quitting something. Let them think that it might be their idea or something similar to that. And so let that idea become your own. Don't be worried about what everyone else thinks, because how often do we get stuck in a job, right? Working up the courage to quit my job and start my own company was one of the hardest things to do, because you're told all throughout childhood not to be a quitter. You're going to regret it if you quit, blah, blah, blah. And so you just have this like completion mindset, 100% mindset. While perfectionism is important, it's also important to know that your life should be the 100% and not the activities that fill your life.